Hello, today I'm going to show you how I made $5,000 in February within just 2 months of starting my business. A little bit of context about me. I run Vegan Tech Nomad on Instagram and I went viral back in December and grew to 69k followers now and 19.6k newsletter subscribers. This video is part of my premium newsletter where I share all the behind the scenes of how I'm building my business, and it's just me reading out what the content is in my premium newsletter. So if you want extra templates, links, and everything that I have here in the email, make sure to subscribe to my premium newsletter. I'll leave the link in the description. But let's jump into what I wrote in the newsletter. I will not be screen sharing because this email is only for the premium or paid newsletter subscribers, and this video is just going to be me talking. So in this premium email, I wrote, remember earlier this month when I said my goal was to hit 5k revenue in February? That was another premium newsletter article. So if you go to my website, which I will also link in the description, you can read all about my plans back then. Well, I reached the goal, it finally happened, and today I'm exposing how much I made, all my revenue streams, and my financial plans for March, and how I'm planning to double my revenue in February. So a little bit of a summary of today's email. It's going to be divided into 3 parts. First is my finances in February, the expectations I planned for versus the reality of what actually happened. I was also traveling all throughout February, so it was very chaotic. 2, how I plan to make $10,000 in March, and 3 other learnings from this week. So, February finances, expectation versus reality. So, I gave out a financial planning template for my premium subscribers, and it was shared in a premium newsletter from February 9th about how I'm planning to make 5k in February, which I did. Yay. In that template, I had actually planned for 79% of my revenue to be from B2B sources, so like sponsorship and agency work, and 21% would be from B2C sources, selling templates and masterclasses. So in case you don't know, B2B is business to business and B2C is business to consumer. So the examples were like sponsorship, agency work versus selling templates and masterclasses to individual people. And obviously sponsorships and agency work is like 2 companies who can have more money. But I actually made more from the B2C revenue streams than expected. So I actually made 61.5% of my revenue from B2B. And remember, I expected to make 79%, but it was actually 61.5%. And I actually made 38.5% from B2C. And I had expected to make only 21% of that revenue from B2C. But this does not even include 50% of my revenue from selling Notion templates, because 50% of the payout from sales that were made in February doesn't even hit my bank account until March. So I'm counting that as March revenue and not February. If I had included the sales made in February from all my templates, it would have been closer to a 50-50 split between B2C, so like templates and stuff, versus B2B, so like sponsorship and stuff. And I have a little graph, like a pie chart here of like expectation versus reality. So if you're a visual person, I really recommend subscribing to my premium newsletter. Anyway, despite this, B2B still brings me better ROI on my time. So I track all of my time and I looked at the time spent on B2B versus B2C tasks. So like making videos and like just putting the sponsor slot in my newsletter. And I divided that by how much money I got from it. And I saw that the ROI, or return on investment, was way better for B2B than B2C, because I spent less time putting sponsors in my newsletter, and sponsors pay me a lot more than just like a $5 template purchase, which individuals from B2C channel pay me. And I have a little bar graph here where it shows like B2C versus B2B, time spent versus ROI, and you can see it's a lot higher for B2B. So how much did I make in February 2024? I made $5,890.61 in revenue. This is in USD. But when I subtract all of my expenses, which is like my newsletter software, my DM automation software on Instagram, and my CapCut video editing software, I didn't have to pay for it. I don't think I'm going to pay for it next month, but I paid for it because I was filming in noisy places and I wanted the voice isolation because I was traveling. So it's actually $5,700 $116.62 when I subtract all my expenses from that amount. So that's like 97% in margins, and that's why I love digital products and businesses. So here's where the money came from. It's mostly from B2B, so sponsorships and agency services. And then for B2C, what made me the most was selling templates. And I have a pie chart outlining everything and how much, like what percentage each channel gave me in terms of revenue. So there's like sponsors, agency services, random donations from Buy Me a Coffee, mentorship, templates, masterclass, premium subscriptions, and affiliates. If you subscribe to my premium newsletter, you'll see the pie chart and everything. I'll put the link to subscribe in the description of this video. Anyway, how I plan to make $10,000 in March. So based on all of my learnings from February, I reverse engineered what I needed to do to double my revenue for March. So from 5K in February to 10K in March. And this is again in USD. I'm Canadian actually, so it's a lot more in Canadian dollars. So hopefully I can make it. I'll update everyone at the end of March. But anyway, I outlined here, I'm expecting to make 60% of that revenue from B2B and 40% from B2C. So that's like 6,000 from B2B sources and 4,000 from B2C. So from Beehive, which is my newsletter platform, from Boost, so like that's me recommending other newsletters, I expected to make just like $100 from that. And then for sponsorships, I need to make $4,550. And my agency, if I continue it, is going to be $1,350. And I did break it down. So I have sponsorships, like this is how many sponsors I need, which is how many sponsors I need to reach out to. And this is how I need to price myself. So all of that is broken down in my document. And then on the B2C side, which I need $4,000, from premium subscription, I assumed I would get like $500. Usually I have like 100 or so premium subscribers, so around $5 each. That's $500. But I recently raised the price earlier in February, so it's $11 per month now. And most of the subscribers who had gotten the $5 tier stayed on, so that's why I put $500 there. And I was expecting to make $1,500 from templates, and $260 from mentorship, $500 from any masterclasses I host, $1,000 from group coaching, hopefully I can set that up, and $240 from a playbook, because I am planning to write a playbook and sell it to validate demand for whether I should create a course, because the playbook would be, I have to figure out what I would teach people, whether people are more interested in learning more about business stuff or productivity stuff from me. So I'm just going to use that playbook to validate what people are willing to pay for and what the demand is. I also split up the work for March into weekly sprints, so I always know what high leverage things I need to work on each week in March. So week 1, I'll need to contact sponsors, and I put some platforms where I can contact them. I need to set up my masterclass and like start teasing it in Instagram stories. I need to outline and draft my playbook and like figure out what topic I'm gonna make it on. I'm gonna need to set up systems for content for my own brand and my agency clients. You know, like from scripting to filming, editing, and scheduling. I need to systematize that entire process. And then I also need to collect the great feedback that people have given me from using my systems and templates, and collect all of that somewhere, because that can be very valuable when I'm trying to sell it. Then that's week 1. So week 2 is going to be promoting the actual masterclass through email, Instagram, and then promoting the playbook. Hopefully I'll have it all written out by then. And then promoting popular templates for sale. So I do have a storefront, so I'd be needing to promote that. And then analyzing the performance of each of these things that I'm selling and seeing what performs best and which topics resonate most with people. Week 3 of March, I'm planning to actually host the masterclass. Hopefully I'll get enough sales for it. I think I'm going to make it more about like work documentation, because that seems to be a very popular topic. I need to promote group coaching in the masterclass and hopefully make some sales from people who want to get better at documentation and work stuff. And then also continue promoting the playbook. And then week 4 of March, I'm planning to sell the masterclass recording and slides after it's over, and again to keep promoting group coaching. And I'm thinking of having group coaching, like pre-selling it and then having it kick off in April. So a note here on agency work, I've been getting more and more inquiries about my agency services, which is just me making short form video for companies. But it's a lot of work, and I end up making less than $50 per video on top of scheduling the posts, writing the captions, and responding to comments. I thought I would enjoy agency work since it's the same as what I do for my own accounts, which I find really fun, but it just feels different when it's someone else's company and not my own. I also got a creator equity program offer, and we're in the talks right now. Basically, I think it's really cool. I've never heard of anything like this before, but it's offering me a percentage of equity in the company, and it grows as the company grows. They offered, I think, 10 to 20K worth of equity for a longer term partnership, which is obviously going to grow as the company grows and their valuation increases. But I can share more information about that if you reply equity and if you're interested in learning more. So I think in the future, I'd rather focus on like equity and like ownership in the company if I believe in them. So it's mutually beneficial and we grow together instead of getting just like a flat fee for posting videos. I have some other learnings as well from this week. So this is section 3 of the newsletter. Learning number 1, check your spam folder. You might be losing leads because I got replies to my emails, but I didn't see them because they were in my spam folder. So make sure to check your spam regularly or every time you send an email. Number 2, share a teaser of your content on Instagram stories or other channels before publishing. So like tease what's coming up in a future newsletter article and remind people to subscribe so they don't miss out. 3, flash sales can work when done well. So I did a flash sale with a discount code for my birthday. But again, don't train your audience to expect and wait for discounts. So this is like the only time I'm ever going to offer a discount code. 4, if you're selling on a different platform than your email software. So I use Lemon Squeezy and my emails are on Beehive. Make sure people who've bought from you can still get your email newsletters. You want to get their emails and contact information. So I set up an automation doing this email. So like I keep their emails and I set it up using Zapier. So that connects my Lemon Squeezy storefront to my Beehive newsletter. So I capture all the emails. They're getting emails from me and I can grow my subscriber base and like gather hopefully an army of loyal fans. Okay, another learning, the 5th one is finance terms. I link all of these learnings, by the way, because I talk in more detail about them in my Twitter account, and I link all of the tweets with all of the visuals and everything in the premium newsletter, so you can subscribe following the link in the description. This finance terms tweet was not by me, it was by somebody else, but I found it very valuable, so I thought I would share. So finance terms that you should know to succeed in business, and this person outlined a whole thread. My main takeaway was the difference between revenue versus profit versus EBITDA, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. I still don't really get it, but just knowing that there's a difference between the 3 and that the 3 exist was like very eye-opening for me. So that's it for this email. If you have any feedback, please just comment or reply to my premium email. I usually have a poll that says like, how was today's email? You liked it? It could be better. Just any feedback would be really appreciated. And yeah, thank you.